So I think the big corporations have misinterpreted or misdiagnosed the urban community. So what works in the suburbs does not translate into the city. Having these big box stores that are 80,000 to 100,000 square feet, that works into a suburban community. But in the inner city, if you look at the roots of how a neighborhood is developed, it's through the corner stores, the neighborhood stores. Hi, I'm Edwin Muldrow, owner of Delcar Pharmacy. The advantage of being a small business is that I've had the opportunity to establish direct relationships with customers, fellow business owners, politicians, celebrities, etc. So if I need some assistance, I can deal and contact them directly for some help. So one drop in both eyes in the evening time only. The reason why I decided to carry on the legacy that my father had started is when I graduated pharmacy school in 1992, I said the only way that I can pay homage to my father for what he has given me and my brothers and sisters through owning and operating this business is to continue what he has started. We have so much history at Delcar. This here is a vintage photo from the 1960s where people hanging out. We've always been a hangout for people in the community. I love this mural. This is our history. This is my mom. This is my dad. Past lessons become future blessings. This past summer, we had a mural erected on our exterior of our building. So I paid tribute to some of my heroes. In 1968, when Martin Luther King was assassinated, prior to that, he had resided in Chicago. When he lived in Chicago, he lived on 15th and Hamlin. Dr. King was a customer in my dad's store. He would come in and buy newspapers. He would interact along 16th Street. I'm passionate about being a drugstore owner because it's just the honor of being a businessman, being a black-owned business, being able to provide and serve the community that I reside in here in North Lawndale. So that is my motivation to continue operating this business, especially with this neighborhood being in a desert and being able to supply necessary health and medical needs for the residents and my community. North Lawndale has been a passed over community, looking at statistics of high crime, high unemployment, lack of community development. We have no grocery, we have no laundry, we have none of your basic staples that you would see in a typical community throughout the city of Chicago. One of the biggest challenges we're experiencing in the pharmacy industry is that about 10 years ago, we used to see reimbursements per prescription items between $4 and $4.50. Now our reimbursement has been slashed to 10 to 20 cents per item. At these numbers, how are we supposed to stay in business? The reason why that we have been able to stay in business 64 years is that we own the property. If I was somewhere else and if I had to pay rent like most other my competitors or colleagues, given the landscape in pharmacy, given the lack of reimbursement that we are seeing, plus due to just your day-to-day capital costs, utility, rents, etc., I'll probably be out of business right now. I have owned this building since 1992. Within this building, we have 5 commercial storefronts and 2 residential apartments above. I told him. I think he liked that work I keep over here, man. It's because of these additional revenues which allows me to maintain my passion, which is pharmacy. I came up with my own acronym. It's called RTSD, Retail Traumatic Syndrome. Anybody that's operated a business in the Chicago landscape for the past 3 years, the challenges that we have put up with socially, criminally, economically, we need to have love for the retail business. Every industry gets the love, the nurses, the first responders, but we are the backbone. We have proved to become an essential service business definitely throughout this pandemic, but we are totally overlooked and beyond. So I speak on behalf of all my retail brethren that we just want the respect that we don't get because everyone takes us for granted. It's the eye drop. Why does Delcar Drugs matter? Delcar Drugs matters because I just don't see another drugstore coming behind me. It's tough enough for any business to be viable in the city of Chicago. And if we leave, who would be providing healthcare and pharmacy services to African Americans in my community if it's not going to be me? I love being a retailer because I get to call my own shots. I make my own decisions. I'm responsible for all profits and loss around here, but more importantly, it's a sense of pride and a sense of honor. When I come and open up every day, I proudly wear a shirt and tie, and I look at the community that I serve in, and every day I'm the only man around here wearing a shirt and tie. So I think indirectly, I'm giving hope and inspiration to the young men in the community, and so hopefully that they can aspire to become whatever they need to become in life. We are retail.